What's up, y'all? I decided I'm gonna do a new series on this channel. It's basically gonna be my reflections for like my past week of trading. Only because, as you guys may or may not know, my name is God Made Dan. I have a main channel where I do a lot of gaming content. I also have another channel, which is a more God Made Dan channel, which I'll do vlogs on there. I'll be dropping, reactions and just me chatting and stuff like that. On this channel is solely about trading. One thing that I want to do is like show you guys like the realism of trading, as you may have heard in my other videos for this particular series, because I want to be more consistent on this page, because just doing only my wins is going to take a really long time, considering that I'm a real trader. It's not something that's fake. I'm not trading every day. It doesn't happen. We don't win every day either. What I decided to do is I'm going to do reflections for every past week that I do have, like every trading week, and I'll post them here on YouTube. For this video, we're going to be doing 2 trading weeks in one, and that's only because, I want to catch you guys up and make sure that you are on par with what's moving forward. As you guys may know, we did start this account with like $250, and we dropped down to like a balance of, I believe, 153, and then from there we got to a height of just about 705, and right now I believe we're at a running balance of like 520, 530, something like that. I'll put it up on the screen as well, but I'll also show you guys in real time as soon as all right. So we're at 534.02 currently. And yeah, so that's really all for like the account updates. There's nothing new that really happened. We took a couple losses this week, well, this trading week. It just started maybe a day ago or 2 days ago. I think we're on trading day number 16. It comes with the game. It's normal, and that's what I want to show you guys, that like I don't want you to have this unrealistic expectation of trading where you think everything's just gonna go straight up, because it doesn't. Like I said, trading is very boring sometimes. Like 99% of the time, you're waiting. The other 1%, you're hurrying up and making sure that you're getting your position because you don't want to miss your entry. But other than that, you're just being a very patient, individual. Because this specific trade, I believe I called this trade on February 19th, 2025, and I'll also put this up on the screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the screen recording now. We called this trade February 19th, 2025. Today is February 26th. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the screen recording for the account since we're here. And like I said, we're at a running balance of just about 532. And yeah, nothing too major that has happened. So let's go ahead and go over the results that we ended up getting for the past 2 trading weeks. All right, so for week 1, we called 9 trades. I don't know why I threw up a 2. 1 trade was won. We had 1 trade closed at break even, and then we had 7 trades lost, and we had just about a 14% win rate with about a 20% equity decrease and a 20% balance increase. My bad, 20% balance decrease. And this is coming from an account balance of $242, which was our starting balance, and ending with a balance of just about 193.62. And I'll show the balances up here. So you can see the screenshot that I took of the same account, trading account number 7. You can see the account ID up there. And we're at 242. And then the end of the trading week, which we're going by trading weeks, we're not going by regular weeks. The end of that was just about 193.62. So for week 1, I was very satisfied with the results, even though we took some losses. I know you may be thinking to yourself, how are you satisfied with you losing 20%? And that's the whole reason behind it, is because I only lost 20% and I took 9 setups. That shows just how good that I was managing the account, because think about it, if we're doing something higher like 10K, or we're doing something like 100K, 1.5, anything higher, that percentage matters a lot. It's the difference between you losing, 20,000 to 200K, all the way up to 50K to 500,000. You never want to really lose 50% of an account in 1 week. That was one thing that I was really happy about. One of the things that I did take away from that previous trading week was the fact that I needed to risk more on my setups. I needed to tweak my risk management plan and ensure that it was beneficial for me, making it to where I'm not taking trades back to back to back to back to back, because the only reason I took all those trades was because I was trying to catch up on gold. And I'm pretty sure I did a breakdown on that. If you haven't checked out the breakdown, make sure you do check it out. I'll link it in the description. I'll put a little snippet on the screen where I'm showing the gold trades that I did take, and it was all off of one gold trade that I took, and it went for all TPs, and I was trying to catch re-entries on that same position, like that same setup, because it was creating opportunities. This is where I learned that if I just became more patient, increase my risk on each position, have like a dedicated risk plan, something that I can, write out and I stick by it. When I win, when I lose, it'll eliminate the amount of trades that are being taken. So that was one of the huge takeaways that I had for that trading week. And that's why I'm saying I'm overall happy, because one, I didn't blow the account. Two, I learned something in the process. And that's really the whole point of you trading. Like, you always want to learn something every day. Like, every time that you hop on the charts, you want to learn something new. Every time that you're in the market, you want to learn something new. Back test, forward test, live trade. That's what you have to do in order to grow as a trader. And of course, you got to work on, your emotional control. When it comes down to technical analysis, that's mainly what we focus on in this channel, is like talking about the technical part. Of course, we talk about the psychological aspect as well, but really it's not even psychology. It's more so about your emotional intelligence and your emotional control, because all we're looking to do is solve a problem every time that we hop on the charts. Like, what is that? What is the problem that we do see? Boom. Like, if we see it's down, wait, like it's oversold. Okay, we're trying to fix that. Let's buy it. We see that it's overbought. We're trying to fix that. Let's sell it. I'm putting that in layman's terms. Of course, you must have a strategy a little bit further than just that. I'm not sitting here teaching you any strategy or anything. I'm just giving you a general idea of what you should be looking for. The same way when an electrician comes out to, service your house, and he's trying to figure out what's the problem. It's not like he has a general he just goes to your crib and just be like, yeah, let me just fix this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and then walk out. Don't even talk to you or nothing. He has to assess the situation, understand what the actual problem is, and then fix it according to, the parameters that he's provided. Same thing as us. We're traders. Like, this is an actual skill. It's not gambling. It's not luck. It's not a get rich quick scheme. This is actually a profession. You have to learn a skill. You have to hone your abilities, and you have to begin to think as a professional. That's really just my take on week one. And this was going to have its own separate video. Like I said, I want to catch you guys up, because pretty soon we're going to be entering into trading week 3. I think we're on like day 16 or something like that, like I said in the beginning. So it's really important that you guys are just caught up in one simple video. For week 2, we had 6 trades called. 3 of them were won. 0 were closed at break even. We had 3 trades that were losers, which put us at a 50% win rate, which was just about average. And then we got a 215% equity increase, as well as a 215% balance increase. So we started with 193.62. We went from 193.62 to 611.13. And this is not counting the trading day where we got to like 705, 720, because we're going to the end of the week. Remember, if you guys watched my last video, if you haven't, I'll make sure to link that in the description as well, or at the end of the video. We took just about 2 more trades. I think we took one on GJ, and I think we took another gold trade. And those both ended up being losers, which ended up with a total loss of like $90 or $80 or something around that, ballpark. And that put us just at 215% equity increase. But of course, it was higher. For this trading week, I was also very happy with my performance. But of course, there were some things that I wanted to improve on, because like I said, you guys, you always want to improve in this niche, as well as you want to always improve in everything that you do. You never want to stay stagnant, because nothing that is stagnant grows. It dies. If you look at a body of water, if it's stagnated, nothing lives in there. It's not able to flow. For me, one thing that I wanted to work on was my ability to adhere to my guidelines. What do I mean by that? My exit strategy. because for one particular goal setup, the one that made me just about, I wouldn't say, I'd say just about half of the equity increase, I decided to exit just a little bit too early, and it was because of my hastiness. This all had to do with the conversations with Trump, and I believe it was the Israel or Iran leader or something like that. I don't remember the exact situation that caused the market volatility. Because of the market volatility and me not knowing how the market would react, that now that Trump is in office, I decided to be just a little bit hasty, move my stop loss and a profit. And as you guys know, I'm not really a guy who uses stop losses and profit unless it's like TP3 and it's going further than TP3. We're at like TP2, uh, just about right there. The market, comes all the way down to my stop loss because, well, stop loss and profit, because I was concerned about Trump speaking at like, I think it was 5 p.m. or something like that. And for me, it was a red folder on Forex Factory, and this was the first time Trump had ever really done any type of conference. It was a little bit unnerving, and I didn't know how the market was going to react. And I've had previous time in the market to show me, like, look, this happens. I've lost $7,000 literally because Trump tweeted out on Twitter, and this was way years back on one position. So, it was just like me protecting myself from a situation like that. And it didn't hit stop loss. It turned around and went all the way up. In that moment, I'm just like watching it. I'm just sitting there. I'm watching him talk. I'm watching the market. I'm seeing the volatility. It gets to a point to where now I'm emotional and I'm not controlling my emotions because I'm so focused on having a $700 account, because it'd be a 3x increase. And that's what I was looking for. And I ended up moving my stop loss into profit, just like I believe it was 15 minutes too early. If I would have waited another 15 minutes, I could have moved my stop loss in the same place that I decided to put it, and ended up going for like a extra like $200. So I could have had the account at $1,000 in reality if I would have just stuck to my guidelines and didn't change anything, because this trade went on to go hit all TPs, which was plus like 1,000 pips. I had a 0.1 open on the position, just about a point. Well, no, it was a 0.05 open altogether. A 0.05. We're looking at 50 cent per pip, and that would have gained a potential of just about $500, making the balance just about 1K or a little bit over 1K. And of course, I'm lowballing because it went just a lot further. Like my TP, I think it was 4, was like 29.26, and we blew all the way past that. So it's just me facilitating just a little bit more growth. Like even when you're winning, you want to learn. You want to see what you can do better, because you can always be better. And when you get to that point where you can't grow anymore, then I think you beat the game. That's when I think you mastered it. Is that you've honed every portion of yourself to make you the best trader that you possibly can be. But yeah, guys, that's all that we do have for this video today. This is my way of being a little bit more consistent on YouTube. On this channel, of course, I am more consistent on my other channels, but when it comes down to trading, there's not really too much that I can do on a consistent basis without it being me making stuff up, making a big deal out of just anything. You feel me? So this is going to show you more of the real side of trading. Like, trading is super chill. It allows you to live your lifestyle. I can show you guys that. Like when we're doing day in the life, that's going to be on my other channel. If you haven't already checked that out, just go ahead and check that out. I'll link it in the description. I have God Made Dan and more God Made Dan. Those are my main channels. So if you want to see more activity of me, look, you'll catch me on those when it comes to the trading and me providing just a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation. It'll be on this channel because, this is God Made Dan Trades. This is what I do. This is my main profession. YouTube is my hobby, and I love it, because I'm seeing myself grow. It's fun for me. I want you to be able to do the same thing, because trading is nothing but a vehicle. It's not something that you have to do your entire life. Is it something I'm going to do my entire life? Absolutely, because it always shows me where I'm at personally as a character, like where I'm at that specific moment. How well can I handle my emotions? How patient am I? Can I adhere to my own rules that I set for myself? Am I disciplined? You know, it'll expose the true you, and that's why I love it. You know, and I look at it as like, look, this is my Roth IRA, this is my 401k. You know, this is what I do. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know, if you haven't watched my other videos, like, make sure, like, if you're working a 9 to 5, right? Make sure that you prioritize your success. And I'm only saying this because a lot of people in the trading space, that call themselves influencers, call themselves traders, they always like to pick at people who work 9 to 5s. They always want to say, hey, it sucks to work a job. You know, you want to leave and just start trading. My advice to you guys will be, stack up your bread, get the education, and then invest in yourself. That's all you have to do. You never cut off a stream of income until you can afford to. I didn't cut off my stream of income until I could afford to. And that's real shit. And that's just something that you always want to just stick by. If you didn't listen to anything else in this entire video, that's one thing that I want you to take away. It's just that. Because there's no reason for you to be out here down bad while you're learning how to trade. You got to understand, this is a journey. You're not going to get there overnight. And if you do get there overnight, listen, now you have the struggle of maintaining it. And that is something that I went through. I had to struggle to maintain it because it happened pretty quick for me. It happened in a couple months. So I want you guys to just learn from my mistakes and learn from my growth and learn from the words that I speak to you guys. That's all that we have for this video. Stay tuned for more of these. I'll make sure that I drop them every trading week that we do have. We'll still be doing our other series. You know, we got the Rags to Riches, the Mama House to Mansion series, and then we also have the reality checks. I don't really know how I'm gonna do reality checks. It's just really in the moment, you know, how I'm feeling. And if I have some words of wisdom to embark on you guys, and, you know, we'll sit down and we'll have a little conversation, as we always do, baby. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Your boy God Made Dan.